I'm G. Durham. My pronouns are she and her, and I've been in this club since it started 2 years ago.
I'm Sarah. I'm gonna go by they, them for this. I'm bisexual. I've been in GSA since this started, so that was, what? 2 years ago? Yeah.
Okay. I'm Robert Halliday, him, he. I'm bisexual. I've been in this club since it started 2 years ago.
My name is Quinn. I go by he, him, they, them pronouns, and I am homosexual, demi-male.
I'm Jackson. I identify as male, and he, him, sometimes they, them.
Hi, I'm Heidi Gibson. My pronouns are she, her, and I am the GSA advisor at Midlakes High School.
Okay, so what is it like to be LGBTQ+ in this school?
You know, I mean, it has its ups and downs. I mean, you have all your supportive friends who just come by you when you need a hand, and then you have the people who you kind of just want to not be near because you feel unsafe, but I mean, the support definitely overcomes that.
Well, in this school, it's pretty difficult, but I do think that there are quite a few people out there that do support it. It's not like, especially for being a conservative area, there's quite a few people that support it in the school system.
In this school, I feel like we have a nice community, all these fun people, and then there's the kids who really don't understand it, who are just and don't want anything to do with me.
It has a lot of ups and downs, definitely. There are a lot of accepting students and a lot of accepting teachers, but then there's also the not so accepting ones as well.
In this school, we're in a very conservative area, so I feel like it could be nerve-wracking just knowing that people are against you.
My view is so different from the people who were speaking previously because I don't see a lot of what goes on. I just thought it was pretty good. I find, compared to other places that I've known, Midlakes to be, for a rural district, far more open than I would have thought. But then, when I'm paying attention more, I hear the comments in the hallways and want to do something about that. And can say things sometimes if I know the person, and if I don't know the person, then I don't have as much leverage. But I still look at it as it's more of a positive than a negative. But I'm on the other side, so.
How is this club beneficial to you or others?
It makes me feel more accepted, more involved with the community.
I think I've met a lot of people in this club that I wouldn't have met if I didn't come here, or people that I've met but I didn't know very well that I would not have known if I didn't come here.
Well, since I joined this club, I definitely feel a lot more open about who I am as a person. And I really like the fact that people can come here knowing that they're safe and they can talk about how they feel with other people similar to them.
It's beneficial to me specifically because I feel like there's not a lot of people that I could necessarily talk to that are really interested in it, or like I know Mrs. Gibson is like trying to help me get further out with like transition wise and stuff like that, and she's a good resource and stuff. And then it's just nice to be around other people that are part of the community.
I always feel like I end up talking to students that are on the outskirts anyway, and I just kind of always been, I don't know, they're my people of sorts, and I'm comfortable with them and they're comfortable in my room, and so it's always been for years like I've been a GSA without knowing I'm a GSA. But it's a place, and I know people pay attention to the sticker on my door, and that people, you know, even if there's not a meeting, can just stop in and hang out and just feel a place where they can just sit for a while. And then having the meetings every Thursday is just having that constant where even if you can't make it, you know it's there, and that's just some level of safety net that to have. That's a good thing.
This club can allow people to learn what being LGBTQ is really about and how, you know, we're no different than anybody else, and it's just the way our brains are structured.
What do you wish your peers/teachers knew about being an LGBTQ student, or just the community in general?
Well, a big thing now is everyone thinks it's a trend, and like people just do it just because why not, and that it's just some disease or something, like it's something that you can cure, but it's just who you are as a person. And like I want people to know that it's just like as simple as having blonde hair, like it's just like that.
I wish my peers knew what it was like, because I feel a lot of them, like they say that they understand, but they don't understand what it's like, or like they don't try to fit our shoes. Like they're like, oh, that's cool, I accept you, but they don't get it.
I kind of wish they knew that like it can affect your like mood if you have like a bad day when someone like calls it a slur. I mean, I've seen that happen to other people. It hasn't personally happened to me yet. Well, I mean it has once, but but I mean it can bring people down, and a lot of people don't understand that, and a lot of teachers I feel don't really see that either.
I know a lot of my peers do know, but I wish more of them knew that it's not like a cry for attention, and that it's a being gay or lesbian or bisexual, LGBTQ it's a real thing, and I think a lot of people think that it's not, and that it's just, yeah, again, a cry for attention.
I really wish that they like knew how it felt, because obviously it's minority, it's kind of out there, there's a lot of stigma around it, that it's not like sunshines and rainbows, because there's a lot of people who think it's like the best thing to be gay, but it's actually not necessarily. It's actually pretty hard, but
That it just is. It's just a part of who people are, and it's not something strange or different or something that people pretend to do. It's just a part of them, and you just have to be open to that. And it's not catchy, it's not weird, it just is, and accept.
Any ways you think the school or teachers could be more accepting or inclusive?
I feel like most of the teachers I have are accepting and inclusive. Like Miss Gibson is the teacher like of the club, and I had Miss Bowman, and I liked her, and like Miss Burke. And I don't really think I've met any teachers that weren't okay with it, and that didn't like accept it and talk about it.
I would definitely think just trying to understand better instead of just being like, okay, that's cool, you know.
Teachers could be more accepting of people who have varying opinions. That's what I'm looking for. And it's hard to do in this day and age, but it can happen. And I think teachers should be more aware of that, even though I know that they're adults, but I think a lot of them are kind of missing it in a way, you know?
Well, our school in particular definitely needs to work on like a code of conduct, working on directing towards people that make derogatory insults towards LGBT people, and just kind of censor that down a little bit, because right now there really isn't much of that.
I think kids could be punished more for using discriminatory words. Maybe not punished more, but it could be more strict, and teachers could be more accepting and, you know, like learning about in history learning about the LGBTQ history, just maybe a little bit, or them covering it, I guess.
I think our inclusive guidelines need to be more specific, and they are moving in that direction, but they can be better. And the more we educate our staff, more staff is going to professional development on the LGBTQ issues in community, and the more we can inform people, the better.
And what would you say to other kids or teens that don't have a club like this or don't have any support system at their school?
That could be really difficult, and I understand, because like before I realized there was support here, I was really scared to tell anyone about anything. And but there are people out there. There's a lot of people. Like, you can look anywhere and you can find someone that's part of the spectrum, and you'll find help if you look for it.
Well, the internet is a thing, obviously. They could, if it's not necessarily in school, they could see if there's stuff that's outside of school, like support groups and stuff like that. Like, I know Yana is around here and does that, like Wednesdays and Tuesdays, I think, for different age groups.
Well, you're not alone, first of all. Like, that's definitely not the case. No matter what your case is, you're not alone. You definitely have someone out there, and you will find them, and you will feel accepted, and you're strong, you're getting through it, and I believe in you.
Talk to your guidance counselor. Talk to a grown-up that you're comfortable with. Go on the internet. There's lots of places that you can go for reasonable advice. Most major cities have an OUT Alliance or a GSA Alliance, and they have really good resources to go to and good information and not some of that strange internet stuff. But a responsible grown-up will help.
You're never alone. There's always more people out there like you. You can reach out, and even if it is scary, but I think once you do reach out and talk to someone, it feels better, and you feel like a weight has been taken off your shoulders.
Before I knew about the club, or I think it was before the club was founded, I was failing, but me and Miss Roble were we were talking about it, and we were like setting one up. Like, I was going around and getting teachers that would be able to lend us rooms and stuff. And I would say, if there isn't something that's there for you as a resource, make it yourself. Because you never know who else is out there who needs the resource that can't make it. So I would just say, make it.